attention to when you're optimizing your Facebook ads. That's what we're going to be talking about today on this piece of content. And I want to share with you guys what we pay attention to when it comes to optimizing both our clients or helping our students to optimize their Facebook advertising campaigns. That's what we're going to be talking about today. But first, before I dive into that, I want to invite you to a class that I'm holding tomorrow. It's going to be live and it's going to be free and it's going to be awesome. And I'm going to walk you through what's working right now to make your advertising on Facebook work better. What we're seeing, what are the trends, what are the new techniques, the new strategies that we're using to actually get our clients consistent, good results with Facebook ads, no matter what they're doing. If they have a webinar funnel or if they sell high ticket or they have an e-commerce store, we have strategies for each of them. And I want to share with you what's working right now and how to troubleshoot some of your campaigns. And it's going to be free and it's going to be awesome. And if you have any questions about Facebook ads, you can come and bring them. If you have a marketing person in your team or if you are your own marketing person, come bring them as well. Come join because it's going to be awesome. 7 p.m. Eastern. I think it's 4 p.m. Pacific. Tomorrow, Thursday, June the 2nd, go to 100mwebinar.com or click the link somewhere around here so that you can join me live. Now, with that being said, let's talk about the most important metrics to pay attention to. And usually when it comes to advertising on Facebook, what I like to do is I like to set my dashboard on Facebook in a way that is conducive for me to making good decisions. What I mean is that Facebook can be really overwhelming when it comes to metrics, right? It resembles of an airplane cockpit, right? It resembles of an airplane cockpit because it has a lot of things going on, and people can get a little bit overwhelmed with that, right? But I always think about this story when it comes to Facebook ads and the metrics, right? Now, think about your car. Think about your car dashboard. The computer in your car, when you're driving down the road, it's making thousands of calculations all the time, right? Especially newer cars, they have a computer, they're making a lot of calculations all the time. So what happens is that you don't get to see all of those metrics, right? You just get to see a handful of metrics, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 metrics. Well, your Facebook dashboard should resemble the dashboard of your car. Because if you get a lot of metrics being shown to you, some of those metrics can be confusing. In fact, some of those metrics are even opposed to each other. They're conflicting, right? So in order for you to make good decisions, you need to have a clean dashboard that shows you the best metrics possible for your business. And I kind of like to divide my Facebook dashboard into 2, right? Whenever I'm setting up my columns, my Facebook dashboard, what I like to do is I like to divide them into 2 metrics. I have on one end, I have in Facebook metrics, right? Metrics of stuff that's happening within Facebook. And then on the other side, I have out of Facebook metrics or in funnel metrics, right? That means leads, clicks, landing page views, everything that happens on my funnel. So again, in Facebook metrics can be reach, spend, CTR. We're going to be talking about CTR. It's really important. And everything that happens within Facebook. And then on the other end, I have out of Facebook metrics, which are landing page views, leads, schedules, sales, whatever your funnel looks like. All right. So that's when it comes to the dashboard. Now, when it comes to the most important metrics and the most important variables that you want to consider, is the way I think about it is you want to optimize your campaigns from back to forth, from back to forward. What does that mean? That means that your most important metric for your ads, it's going to be your most meaningful result. Your most meaningful result could be a lead. It could be a schedule. It could be an application. It could be a sale, depending on your funnel, right? So depending on your funnel, it could be a schedule, a lead, a book appointment, whatever your most meaningful action is, whatever is driving forth, whatever is moving the needle for you. So in my case, and it depends on the funnel as well, but in my case, it could be appointments booked, right? So my most important metric is appointments booked. So what I do is I optimize my campaigns based on cost per appointment booked, because that's my North Star metric. That's my number one metric that I want to pay attention to when it comes to optimizing my ads. It could be different for you. It could be purchases if you're running an e-com store, or a book funnel, or it could be webinar leads. Whatever that is, you want to have just one North Star metric that you optimize towards. Now, if you think about it, think about the path that the users go through in order for you to optimize your ads. So your North Star metric, that metric that goes above any others, could be, book appointments. The second most important metric, at least on this funnel that I'm talking to you guys about, could be leads, right? Because people become a lead. If they are going to an on-demand class, they become a lead, then they watch the class, and they might book an appointment. So if I have a campaign or an ad set that is giving me great cost per lead, but not great cost per appointment, I shut that down. Why? Because my cost per appointment is most important than my cost per lead. Now, if I'm starting my campaign and I don't have any appointments booked yet because I haven't spent enough, then I do pay attention to cost per lead. Okay. So you want to pay attention to those metrics. I don't care about CPMs. I don't care about cost per click. What I do care about, and this is important, this will tell you, hey, if your ads are working or not working, or if your funnel is working or not working. It's a metric called unique outbound CTR. Unique outbound CTR. So when you're setting up your columns, make sure that you have that metric in. The reason why, and the reason why I don't use CTR all or any other type of CTRs that Facebook will offer to you, I only use unique outbound CTR. It's because of this. If my targeting is right and my messaging is right, my unique outbound CTR should be above 1%. Let me say that again. If my targeting is right and my creative is right, my messaging is right, my unique outbound CTR should be above 1%. If it's less than that, that means that I need to tweak my targeting or I need to tweak my messaging, because people are seeing the ads, but they're not clicking on it. And remember, the job of an ad is not to sell your product. The job of an ad is to get you a click, to get you a visitor. Your landing page job is to sell that product or get people to register for that webinar or on-demand class or whatever that is, right? So unique outbound CTR is one of the metrics that I do pay attention to, because it needs to be above 1%. I always say this. I said above 1% is good, above 2% is really good, above 3% is great. So if you're within those metrics, that's great. If you launch your campaigns and your unique outbound CTR is 0.5, then you need to rework your messaging, okay? So those are the metrics that I pay attention to. Again, my number one most important metric is my most meaningful result. If I'm optimizing towards book calls, that's the thing that I pay attention to. Even if my ad has great cost per lead, even if my ads have great unique outbound CTR or bad unique outbound CTR, I don't care, right? If it's getting me appointments, I keep on scaling that bad boy at a good price. If it's not giving me appointments, then I take a look at the next metric. What the next metric is, on this case, could be cost per lead. And then if I want to see, hey, are my ads working or my funnel is broken? What's the deal here? If I have above 1% unique outbound CTR, it's probably the funnel. Okay. So those are the things that we're going to be discussing about tomorrow in our webinar. It's going to be free. It's going to be live. So come prepared to ask your questions, register using the link somewhere around here. Go to 100mwebinar.com. If you're watching this or listening to this after June 2nd, do not worry. The link will still work. 100mwebinar.com. Go there, register for the class. It's free. It's live. Again, if you're listening to this after June 2nd, do not worry. Go there because you'll still get a lot of value out of it. If you're watching this right now where I'm doing it, thank you for watching this, and I hope to see you on the webinar tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be great. We're going to be taking Q&A at the end about Facebook ads, about marketing, about how to get agency clients. It's going to be pretty cool. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.